Welcome to the Leadership Spark podcast, where we equip you to be the great leader your people deserve. This is Corey, and today I want to start a couple of days of a focus on how to make the most of the end of the year. We are coming up to the end of the year, and there's a tendency in the month of December to think, oh, it's a short month, and it's not a month that I can really get a lot of stuff done, or maybe there's a lot of people out, or things are coming to a close. And a lot of leaders will, in the month of December, they'll start to take off. And that's great if you are taking off, like literally taking off from a PTO perspective. But I want to challenge you and challenge myself to this idea that December can actually be a month where you can get a lot of stuff done. And how do you finish strong as a leader? And so I want to spend really the next few days talking about how do we finish strong as leaders, and some practical things that you can do to make December not just a month where expectations may decrease, but where opportunities increase, where you don't by default slow down. You actually can turn the dial up and get a lot of stuff done that will put you in a better position to crush the start of the new year and to crush January. And so over the next few days, I want to unpack some ideas with you that will hopefully encourage you and equip you with what you can do to make the most of the days that you have left in the month of December. And so the first thing I want to talk about are some things that you can do that are very practical that will help create some momentum. And just remember that small wins, micro wins compound. And so what I mean by that is that you can stack wins. If you are wanting to build momentum, part of building momentum is getting that flywheel turning. And you can get that flywheel turning by creating micro wins. And so here's 3 things that you can do that can help you create some micro wins. One is identify one priority over the next however many days you have left in December that you can complete. Identify one outcome that you think would move the needle most as you go through the month of December and prepare to be in a position to be successful in January. Think about this question here. If everything stayed the same except this one thing improved, would the year end stronger? So what's that one thing? What's that one thing from you? If you change this one thing, if you prioritize to complete this one thing before the end of the year, it will make the end of the year stronger, which will make the start of your year strong as well. And so what's one priority that you can complete? What's one obstacle that you can remove? What's a bottleneck that you can remove that's been slowing the team down or slowing you down all year? What is that one thing? And some examples of that could be, it could be a delay in a decision you need to make, a delay in approval you need to give. It could be unclear who makes the decision. It could be tools. It could be a process. It could be friction that's created. These are bottlenecks that are slowing things down. But could you identify one of those that you can remove before the end of the year so that it's not in the way as you enter the next year? And then what is one commitment that you can align on? Where can you bring clarity to something that your team may be uncertain about today? What is that one thing? And the best way to find out is to ask questions, be curious, and pay attention, and you'll find that one thing that people may be unclear about. It could be a Q1 expectation, the focus for next year, a standard for behavior that you expect to be part of your team. It could be a unclear performance standard that you need to clarify. But what is one commitment that you can align on with your team where you can bring clarity to something that may be uncertain? And if you do those things, you will have micro wins, and those micro wins can be stacked together to get you a big win. And so finishing strong isn't just about volume. Finishing strong is about intentionality. And so how can you be intentional to do the 3 things that I suggested and talked about? Because a focused month of December will set you up to be confident in January and set you up for a strong start to your year. So in the year, my encouragement to you is to end the year in calm control, not chaos. And if you go do those things, you will be able to finish stronger, but also you'll set yourself up to start strong in the next year.